Can you confirm that the United States so far has not received any official confirmation, notification from Moscow about the suspension of the New START treaty?
I understand that as of last week, we learned of these Russia's stated intent to suspend the New START treaty from President Putin's address. We later saw clarifying remarks from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, from other Russian officials, but it was not a topic of discussion. It was not something that the Russian Federation had notified us beforehand.
Also, the Ukrainian Defense Ministry today said that Kiev has concentrated its armed forces along the entire border with Transnistria. Should Transnistria be alarmed with this development? Are you aware of this development?
We firmly support Moldova's sovereignty and its territorial integrity. On that basis, we support the OSCE-led 5+2 process to find a comprehensive, peaceful, and lasting settlement that will provide a special status for Transnistria with a territorial whole and sovereign Moldova. And we continue to encourage Chisinau and Tiraspol to work together to identify solutions to pressing concerns of communities on both sides of the Dniestru, and we're pleased to see the sides continuing to meet to discuss these very concerns. We support the critical role of the OSCE mission to Moldova in advancing the Transnistria settlement process, and it's ultimately up to Chisinau and Tiraspol to identify a suitable political solution that respects Moldova's sovereignty and territorial integrity with a special status for Transnistria. Since you raised it, there's a broader concern that we have, that our Moldovan partners have, and that is with Russia's intent, its malign influence in and around Moldova. We know that Russia has a long history of malign influence, both in Moldova and the region, and we've worked closely with Moldova to build its resilience and to be able to counter longer-term efforts by Russia to undermine Moldova's democratic institutions. So that is a concern to us. It's a concern we have heard very recently from Moldova's democratically elected government, from President Sandu, from the new Prime Minister, and it's something we're continuing to work with our Moldovan partners to counteract.
But it's not Russian forces that are currently lined up against the Transnistria region. You agree with that?
I agree with the fact that Russian influence and Russian-backed forces have been operating on sovereign Moldovan territory for some time now. That is why we have thrown our support squarely behind the OSCE-led 5+2 process. We believe there needs to be a comprehensive, a peaceful, and a lasting settlement that will provide this special status for Transnistria within a territorial whole and sovereign Moldova.
A quick question about Secretary Blinken's travel to Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. He's going there soon. Do you have any more details about his agenda there, and will he raise the issue of the Russian sanctions implementation with the leaders?
So we did a pretty comprehensive call late last week where we laid out the Secretary's agenda. As you know, he's currently on his way to Kazakhstan. He'll go to Uzbekistan. He'll go to India before returning back to D.C. later this week. This is his first travel to Central Asia as Secretary. He'll focus on energy, facilitating the critical minerals to the market, upholding the independence, the sovereignty, the territorial integrity of our Central Asian partners, and promoting respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. In Astana, he'll meet with senior Kazakh officials to further our cooperation on matters of joint interest to us. He'll then participate in a forum that we've invested quite heavily in, the C5+1, in the form of a ministerial to reaffirm our commitment to, again, the independence, the sovereignty, the territorial integrity of our Central Asian partners, as well as to collaborate on regional solutions to shared global challenges. This forum will focus on the economy, on energy, on environmental and security cooperation between the United States, Kazakhstan, the Kyrgyz Republic, the Republic of Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and the Republic of Uzbekistan. He'll also have an opportunity to meet bilaterally with all the members of the C5 to discuss some of these very issues before traveling to Uzbekistan and later to India, where he'll attend the G20. Yes?
On the India trip,